Okay.
And we are up again. Another episode of the jankityasspodcast. We got the both of us this time. For real this time. Not for fake like last time.
Would you have a cardboard cutout of me?
Yeah, right. No, I just a little solo bullshit one.
Nice.
Which is that's definitely a once you go can't go back type of situation.
It's hard to riff, man.
It is.
Yeah, it's hard. But I mean, I mean that could be part of like a challenge for yourself, though, right? So like you have the interactive element, but then you got the riff element. I mean, because that's really, if you think about it, like the two kinds of dialogue you're dealing with.
Yeah. I wasn't a big fan. Yeah. Fuck that. No. And I'm almost done with I think like one more batch of these panels should pretty much cover this thing up. And it's still kind of echoey. A little bit.
It's much better than last time.
Yeah, true. I just denoise the rest of this shit. And I almost got my goddamn computer built and up and running, and all that stuff. Finally figured out the hardware problems. So hopefully this will be the last time I'm using my laptop on one of these. But let's see. Now for the more important things. This time I've got the hanamachi rice lager. Grabbed this stuff from Bevmo earlier.
Nice.
Take it you don't have any fuck.
I am drinking ye old white wine tonight.
There you go. Old blurry wine.
Well, yeah, it's because like I prefer the blur background, but like, for some reason it's not like adapting as well as it normally does, and I wonder if that's because of the lighting. Like, I don't feel so good, Mr. Carson. Disappeared over here.
I don't want to go.
I want to live, Clarence. What brewery is that?
This is somewhere. Bottlelogicbrewing. In somewhere. Says it pairs well with sushi, mussels, and mochi. Which, I mean, Japanese style, so obviously.
They're in Anaheim.
Oh, there we go. Oh, that's not bad then. We're not too far.
Yeah.
Even if it is just OC, I guess it still counts as a local. In our case. And speaking of local, at least I'll finally get to go back to the fitexpo this year. So the one in November is down in Anaheim actually, and then January is going to be up here at the downtown center. Which last time I couldn't do it because last time it just didn't exist for reasons, and then before that I had to go to some stupid little LVO convention. I don't know if you've ever been there.
It's been a long time. I'm actually really hoping, as weird as my schedule is right now, with like adapting to everything, once the dust settles and my kids get a little older, I'm hoping that this next coming year will make LVO. We'll see. I don't know. It depends on what my job looks like in January, but we'll see what happens. But I can now officially say that I've got the new job, so we'll see what goes on there.
Are you still in like the same field?
Yeah,
or whatever.
Essentially, I'm just doing more senior work, which is great because that generally means more money. But so like I'm doing the same kind of thing, which is good. But part of me also was like, maybe this would have been time to change industries. Like, but then I'm like, oh, maybe I'm stuck in this kind of industry forever. And I'm like, nah, I can pivot later if I ever really feel the need to. But ultimately, it's just like, thank God I'm moving on and moving on out, moving on to something different and new. Been where I've been for like 6 years. Good God, it's been a long ass time.
So basically the same, but also other people's problems. That's what it sounds like.
And more
That's
money.
what leadership is. There you go.
Yeah, and more money. The position itself, though, is like more responsibilities. But that's I'm fine with that. It also just means my hours get weirder. So
Yeah, right. What was I gonna say? Speaking of more money, my little downtown gig, even though it's only got what are we now? Like a month and a half left. They bumped us up quite a bit, actually, like another $5.
nice.
Which isn't too
That's
bad.
pretty good.
Which is it's also kind of funny because it's right after everybody who didn't sign on for the extended weekends was like, man, I'm finally fucking done with this place. Peace out.
And then it's like, behold, money.
Yeah, right.
That's pretty good. I'm surprised it's last that long.
Yeah, me too. Well, I know that they were eventually going to go to they were going to try to go to other cities too, namely like I think Austin and Vegas were the next ones that they were trying to line up. But of course,
I could absolutely see that working. Yeah.
yeah. Well,
If you think about it, I mean, well, without giving too much away of what it is, it's because I don't think you did yet, or did you?
I'm still under NDA there.
Yeah.
So
The format of what it is totally lends itself to like a tour kind of format, for sure.
yeah, but
I mean, I don't
unfortunately,
know. Correct me if I'm wrong.
well, their problem was that the style is all pandemic /
Oh,
COVID stuff, and Texas being Texas and Vegas being Vegas. That ain't working. So
hey, you know what? You just change pandemic to zombie outbreak. You're good. They'll buy it. They'll be like rooting for that shit.
give it a sec. Actually, speaking of, I don't know if you got your shots yet.
Not yet. I still have to set a time to do that.
But one thing that I noticed that was interesting, or that I found out, because I follow Ken Jeong
Oh yeah.
so he's still like a real doctor, so he still gets like, the real doctor back channel news.
And I think he actually keeps his license up too. Like he still keep like, it's not like he was like, oh, I passed a medical bar, years ago, and now I'm just putzing around. Like I think he actually does upkeep it.
Oh yeah, he does
just to have it.
But
Yeah.
either that or he still has like all of his friends and stuff. That might be could just be that too. But anyways, he put out an interesting point or fact. Really, is since like the COVID virus was originally discovered back in like, what was it, like 04, 05?
Mm-hmm.
And
the original one, yeah.
So they'd kind of been working on it on and off since then. So all the people who have been complaining about like, they only put this thing out in like 8 or 9 months. Well, no, technically they've actually been working on a vaccine for like almost 10 years.
It's just they accelerated the efforts to deal with one strain. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
I mean,
interesting.
yeah, because it's called COVID-19, not COVID. I was born yesterday or some bullshit like that. It's been around.
It's the year COVID 3000. It is designed to hunt and kill you down.
Yeah, but and I mean also, like when you think about it, those like the 18-month span that they usually talk about, that's kind of bullshit, because it's not like the doctors and researchers are there like 24/7 for like 3 days at a time, working on stuff. They come in at 9, maybe it's like 4 or 5, like, hey professor, or hey doc, did you find anything? Nope, not today. Time for happy hour. See you in the morning.
I'm going on break.
yeah, exactly. I mean, there was no rush before.
Yeah, I mean, there is the like, apparently they did need more time to get like full FDA approval, but the FDA waived it in lieu of like, okay, we know it's not going to outright murder a ton of people, and it's like any kind of data parameters are within acceptable limits. Therefore, like, you know, you can go ahead and do it. And the thing is, like, that's all science, right? That's all like kosher and gravy. But people fixate on that. They're like, oh, it hasn't gotten past this testing or this seal approval or this or that. And yeah, that can be cause for concern. Like, and if that bothers you, then, you know, I understand that. But it's also like there are so many other things that are in our lives that fall under that or are very closely related to that we don't hear about because the media is not paying it any much attention.
Oh yeah.
And what? Damn it! I'm not even finished with this drink, and I'm already going after mainstream media. Damn! I thought I was going to wait at least until my number 4.
Well, I mean, when you think about it, mainstream media has been going after you for since the '60s. So
Yeah, that's true.
depending on depending on who who you talk to.
They're the ones covering up all the UFO stuff. Although I did see something about that actually. It was like an NY Post article, UFO cover up or something.
What'd you find?
Oh, it's what is it? Published on April 30th. UFOs are real. Feds cover up fueled by fear. Ex-Pentagon whistleblower, and it's from some show or podcast called The Basement Office. And I'm sorry, but the guy who is the former dude does not look like the former dude, or he looks exactly like the kind of person the former dude would be. I'm not really sure which.
The former dude?
Like, he was like the former member of like the FBI or something. And like, he's basically like, oh yeah, we have a UFO problem. It's going to blow up on all of our faces.
Well, one thing that
was like, this is crazy. I'll send it to you.
Was this after the whole
This was like 5 days ago. This article dropped, but it's NY Post, so it's like kind of tabloidy.
So I was gonna say, because actually one bit that I kind of started working on a little bit, which actually I gotta look at it later. But what was I say? I don't know if I told you last time, but the like the main comedy club up here in NoHo finally opened up a little while ago.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you did mention that.
Yeah, but but you gotta pay some of that. So I'm kind of starting to go through some of the old shit that I was writing before. But yeah, one that I was kind of working on is because you know how like with the latest relief bill that they sent us, like the 1,400 that they sent out to everybody. One of the one of like the amendments that somebody managed to sneak in was oh, there goes my net connections being retarded again apparently. But
oh, you're back.
I did cut out a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you're back now.
Yeah, no. So one of the I forget what it's called when you like just shoehorn something into like a larger bill, but one of the things they managed to get in
shoehorn would work, but
like an amendment or something like that.
Oh, like you mean like a bill, not like a play bill. You mean like a bill, like Congress?
Yeah.
I think it's just an amendment or an amenity or an edit. I don't know. I'm dumb.
There was a special word, but anyways, one that they managed to get in was like it was like the CIA or the FBI or whoever it was had like, what was it, 160 days to make public everything they know about UFOs and extraterrestrials. You heard about this, didn't you?
I mean, it sounds familiar, but at the same time, like, what are they gonna do? They're gonna be like, it's gonna be like, ah, crap, and it, like, boss picks up the phone. Hey, Jerry, but you know, there's like 200 files we got on like UFOs and shit. Yeah. Okay. Take the 5 most pointless ones, give them to the press, and then burn the rest. Oh, okay, sure. Like, that's it. That's how they deal with that. Oh, okay. We'll take our secret files and tell you.
Well, I mean, like the problem was I think that was literally like the extent of the language on that amendment. So there's like where's the checking? Where's the fact checking or anything like that? Like what they're gonna have like the head of the CIA come in and be like, we need you to tell us everything you know about UFOs and extraterrestrials right now, and he's just gonna be like, I know it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Good enough.
Yeah. It would, the weird thing is, like, I'm actually about to go on break, and then I have this flight to Quantico I gotta take. So, can I hit you back in like 2 years when I'm back? Okay, thanks.
Right.
Sheesh.
It's like, well, peace, and then beamed out.
I know, right? Yeah. Actually, that would be another funny take. It would be like, oh yeah, no, absolutely. Thank God. I've been dying to tell you everything. And like right as he starts, he just gets paralyzed and like starts elevating through the roof. Or like something zaps in his brain. He's like, I know nothing. My name is this. I am totally normal human. But no, there is no UFO knowledge.
Just starts going, arf, arf.
That'd be a good one. What show was it where they swapped? It was like a brain dog or something. I can't remember. It's like totally.
Was it Mars Attacks? Because they did kind of do that. Where they.
I mean, I know it's an old like sci-fi trope where it's like, oh, switch brains with the animal and the human, and the animals acting like, or the humans acting like an animal.
Well, I think that one's they put somebody's they like cut somebody's head off and then stuck it on a chihuahua. Yeah, and then they also had the alien dressed as like a voluptuous blonde lady that looked like a fucking wax statue. That's hilarious. Bit some guy's ear off.
I don't think I ever saw Mars Attacks. I mean, I know what it is, but I don't think.
Oh yeah, it's an old. It was long enough ago that I don't remember most of it.
Yeah.
Except for like everybody wins, that part.
Yeah.
And then the black guy fist fighting a bunch of aliens, for some reason, even though they have guns.
Yeah. It was 96.
Oh yeah.
It's got Jack. Oh damn. It's got a pretty decent cast. Jack Nicholson. That looks like Julia Roberts, but I don't think so. Either that or Glenn Close. I don't know who that middle girl is. Pierce Brosnan and Danny DeVito. Damn.
Shout. I didn't even remember any of that.
That's right.
Yeah, it was a while ago. I wasn't even out of grade school yet. Not even close.
Damn, yeah.
You weren't in grade school yet, probably.
I was just starting, if anything. Yeah, it was Glenn Close. Glenn Close. Who else is in it? Sarah Jessica Parker.
Oof.
Okay. Martin Short.
Natalie everybody.
Portman's in it.
Huh. It's probably just some unrecognizable child or nondescript at that point.
Yeah, just like a character, some side person. Same with Jack Black, actually. Jack Black's in it. Yeah, there's a number of people in here. This is a solid movie for 6 Degrees to Kevin Bacon. What is it? Joe Don Baker, Christina Applegate. Who else? There's a couple other people. I think that's it. We're starting to get into the weeds of IMDb here.
The extras.
People who have enough credits to have a Photoshop and be a Google web search item, but also, who are you?
It's kind of like I don't know if you ever gone down the rabbit hole with SVU. Ever?
Oh God, no.
Yeah, I know. Back in my my last year of college, when I literally only had I ended up taking an extra semester because like I had to and whatever, and I literally only had one class left. So yeah, most of the rest of the time was me just kind of like, eating college budget food and sort of watching like MTV trash. And so this was back in like the real reality show days, like the old Jersey Shore and like I Love like Flavor of Love and Rock of Love and I Love New York and all that bullshit. Yeah.
Damn.
But no, and then a couple channels over it would be just like Law and Order SVU all day, every day. So I definitely had a few binges of that. But it's funny to see like just how many, because they have like over 20 seasons now.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, and they have like, there's a lot of people who was like, oh, you were on this show before you got big.
22 seasons. Started in 1999.
It's a lot. I remember the one that was kind of most notable for me was the I don't know if you ever watched Agents of Shield.
Oh yeah.
The May.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Ming-Na
yeah, she's in.
Is that how you say her name? What's her name? I know her name.
Ming-Na Wen, I think.
Ming-Na Wen. I think that's right.
Yeah, she plays like a.
Got it wrong.
But yeah, she was in SVU.
No
like,
kidding.
A complete like a traumatized immigrant type of situation, like completely different. It's funny. It actually, I'm like 90% sure of this, but one of the in the later seasons they kind of switch up the cast a little bit and get some new people in, except for Ice-T. He's still there, of course.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure that one of the girls, or they have like a new lady who's a cop, or one of the detectives, and I'm pretty sure that the exact same actress played like a victim in like one of the older seasons.
And they just like kind of like shh.
It's also entirely possible that it's the same character too.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I'm not sure, but like I have no idea. And
that'd be a hell of a reveal and tie-in if they did it that way. I mean, because I feel like those were shows that were like stuff like that, and like The Wire and The Sopranos, like those were all shows that were made like right around the turn of the millennium, that were like the pinnacle of TV, that started kind of being made the way it was around like, I want to say like 80s, like early 80s is when people started making serial TV, like real serial TV. Like you had MASH, Bananarama, Bonanza, not Bananarama, Bonanza. I'm getting over a cold and my teeth were savagely attacked today by a dental surgeon. So not the like, I should be sleeping kind, but like it was bad. They had to numb it up. So anyway, I mean, you had all these TV shows that like were like, it's like they started really like doing character development, character building. General Hospital. I mean, you started getting kind of spin-offs of that, of like, oh, let's make it super cheesy, but like serious so people get into it. And that's where you got soap dramas and stuff like that. I mean, there's probably a different evolution of this. I mean, and I'm not a historian of American television, which would probably be a really cool job now that I think about it. But ultimately, it's coming. I mean, no, I'm sure it is. I absolutely guarantee you, there's like professors of American television history, and there should be, because that's like a whole segment of American creativity, right? Like if Americans got one thing right in terms of art, it's probably television. I mean, Norman Rockwell's great, and so is Dennis Hopper. But like, you know, so that was several painters aside. And Andy Warhol, Banksy. Okay, moving on. I don't even know if Banksy's American, but the whole point being, like, they were at the end of that. But I think what part of it is that they also embodied this doesn't end. We're just going to keep making this shit. We're going to somehow still trying to make, like, The Simpsons is like that. South Park is like that. Although South Park has been taking a ton of really long segmented breaks recently, and they've been filling the void with just like pandemic specials, which have been hilarious because they're basically mini movies. But it's also like, damn, dude, like I used to get all revved up for Wednesday night. All right, we're gonna watch some South Park. Woo! You know. But like, yeah, Simpsons, like what, 26 seasons now, something like that.
I know that. Yeah, they're definitely up there.
They are. Shit. Okay, I was wrong. So I was wrong at 26. Within 2, guess how many they have?
25.
32.
Oh, okay. That's not within
like 3
2.
movies. I said guess within 2. I was saying you get it right if you're within 2. Oh, not that I was within 2.
I thought you meant like within 2 of 26.
Oh, no.
Way fucking more than 26.
Oh, no, I must have misspoke then, or you misheard me. One of the two, or both.
I
but
think we both miss Thunk.
misthunk it.
That's what that is.
Means I need more booze.
Yes, you do. Actually, no. What was I gonna say? But yeah, I had like the full in the face of like the old VH1 and reality TV period of all that stuff. I was like right after the old spring break stuff back in the day. But no, I actually remember like how all of that ended. It's like I don't know if you ever well not ended, but kind of
Evolved.
disappeared. Well, no, kind of disappeared actually. Well,
Oh.
yeah, and then this was also before the them people,
Kardashians.
The Kardashians, yeah. But I don't know if you remember one of like the spin-offs. I don't know if you remember the show Megan Wants a Millionaire. She was like one of the
No.
she was one of the
That sounds familiar.
so she was one of the Rock of Love girls from one of the seasons that I don't remember how she did. She got kicked out like somewhere in the middle.
Wow, this looks trashy AF.
Well, they all are. It's MTV.
I know.
But no, so that one was it was specific. Well, I mean, it was all bullshit, obviously,
Oh yeah.
as we all know. But it was specifically around like the whole millionaire type of thing. So you had to have like a certain amount of money, whatever, yada yada, as you were casting. But so what they found out is so she kind of already figured out like who she liked apparently of the season, but like the producers wanted her to pick somebody else or whatever,
Yeah.
right? So so they go through the whole show. It filming ends and all that stuff, and they're working on it, putting out the episodes. So by the time episode 3 comes out, they find out that this guy, the one that she was kind of into, and had started talking to like kind of as the show wrapped up, had actually killed his girlfriend before coming out of the show.
What?
And then like I guess like ran off or like ran away. There was like a police hunt and he ended up killing himself too. A millionaire,
Oh my
mind you.
god.
Actually, no, I think he was also actually more of like a scammer than a real millionaire.
I was gonna say, I mean, I've heard of unstable rich people, but that's pretty damn unstable.
Yeah. But the point being is like suddenly that show just wasn't on the air anymore.
Oh yeah. Once
And-
that story
yeah.
once that story broke, it was just gone.
Well, that's
It
the
wasn't
thing.
cancel culture.
It didn't actually it didn't really come out until later. Like I didn't even find out about it until years later. They just
So they did it preemptively?
well no because they found out MTV found out, or not MTV, VH1 I guess found out about this as they were going through post production and then
Right,
putting out the
that's-
episodes.
Right. So they found out about it, and because they found out about it, they're like, "Shit, we'll just put out what we got and kill it." Or was it like,
It was as they were putting stuff out.
hmm,
Yeah, so they must have been like they just put out the 3rd episode or whatever, and then they found out about it and they're like, oh shit, cancel everything.
shut it down?
Yeah,
Although it ended up coming back with other seasons, it looks like. Although that could have just been because that's what I saw. What was it?
that's interesting.
It was number of episodes 3 before cancellation. It says, oh, I misread it. Yeah, there were a total of 6 episodes, but only 3 were aired.
Yeah, they pulled it halfway through. That's I would have thought they would have more actually, but
Damn.
whatever. Yeah, because there was like 20 guys at least on that show, unless they
Yeah.
were just kicking out like whole chunks of people. But yeah, no, I didn't even know like that had happened, and then all of a sudden the show was gone, and I didn't even realize it because like they just pulled it without any like PSA or anything like that. And
Huh.
yeah, it wasn't until like a year later I was like, huh, I wonder what happened to that show. And then
Yeah.
I went and looked it up, was like, oh shit, okay. But and then uh uh what's her face? Megan Hauser was the that girl. She actually did
Yeah.
do a interview with I don't know if you know who Heather McDonald is. She was one of the
Give me a second.
she was one of like the regulars on the Chelsea Lately show.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know who she is.
Yeah, and so she actually has a podcast, the Juicy Scoop, that I listen to every once in a while because like I obviously don't care about like reality
Yeah.
people,
No one cares
but
about reality.
yeah, but also but it is like it's kind of an interesting show because she gets into like all of like the craziest shit she can find
Yeah.
about like all those like the Real Housewives and all the other stuff, and every once in a while manages to find like old stories, and yeah, she actually interviewed Megan about that whole thing. That was pretty interesting
Damn.
and
Actually,
insane, of course.
well, and it's funny too because I was looking at some of the pictures from that show, Megan Wants a Millionaire, and I was like, this looks like a Bachelor knockoff, and I was like, well, wait, when was the
Oh
Bachelor?
yeah,
So the Bachelor started in 2002. It has 25 seasons, which makes sense. I was like, wait, how did they have 25 seasons? Because they did multiple seasons in years. I remember. Geez, they've made 263 episodes. Good God.
oh the Bachelor.
Yeah, good
Oh,
freaking
I
rules.
wonder if that's everything or if that doesn't even include the Bachelorette. I would imagine it
Let's
does.
The Bachelorette, according to this, started in 2003 and only has 17 seasons. Alrighty, but I was looking at the Megan Wants a Millionaire stuff, and it was like this looks exactly like it's like the exact same house. They're taking the exact same cast shot styles, like all this shit. And I was like, oh yeah, it's because that's there. It's a Bachelor knockoff. Okay, it's one of those.
I do know that they also use that they use that same house for both of the I Love Money seasons,
Oh really?
which is kind of like the same thing, but instead of like dating, they're just like, hey, you could win a few $1,000,000. All right, and it's just all the old people. But no, that show is actually, or yeah, Megan Wants a Millionaire is actually a Rock of Love spinoff, which is actually a Flavor of Love knockoff, which I don't know where that comes from, but
So it's
probably the
like
same thing.
3 generations of bastard show.
Oh yeah,
Damn.
and then The Bachelor is like, I was around the same time actually,
Flavor of Love.
kind of, because
Let's see.
yeah, that I think that would have started around 03, 02.
Flavor of Love was 2006. The Bachelor came first.
Okay, that does actually make sense. That sounds like something that VH1 would do. Like we got to make our own retarded version of The Bachelor, and they did it.
I'm looking at some of these photos, and you can tell who the crazy girls are, and you can tell who the girls are like. I somehow got in the show, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Oh yeah, I think that was like their first attempt at doing a show like that too.
Yeah.
And I mean, well, half of those girls like aren't even they're just there to be on TV.
And
Obviously.
they're probably like,
Yeah.
hey, you're kind of nuts. We're going to give you some vodka and a couple extra $100 to be more nuts. Like,
Like,
you know how
okay,
yeah, you know how your friends tell you not to get in fights? We're your friends now, and we're telling you to do that while you see that red light. If that red light is off, you stop.
unless they're from Florida, in which case it's like, okay, maybe less fights.
Yeah, yeah,
Just a
right.
little bit.
We love the passion. Just bring it down a bit.
Yeah, I did end up watching I did end up watching a few episodes of that one a while back. They had some Yeah, so some of them were nuts.
Yeah,
Like,
I can only imagine.
I remember there was one episode where Flavor Flav finds out that like one of the girls hasn't brushed her teeth in like 10 years or something nuts like that.
Disgusting.
And then he's like, so then he's like, I got a gift for you. And it's one of those fucking candy necklaces. Like, maybe it'll make your shit smell better.
Damn.
But it didn't, and so he ended up giving her the boot anyway.
Yeah.
But, and then there was also one where one girl's like, oh, I'm gonna make dinner for the whole house, and so I guess like the house that they had, I think it was actually the same house,
Probably.
but they had like one of those fancy microwaves that had a setting for like every type of food or whatever preset in it. And apparently what she did is she took a whole chicken, a whole raw chicken, put it in the microwave and chicken. So it spun around for like a couple minutes. And then she put it on the table. And of course, Flav, even though he's insane, is smart enough to like, this bitch trying to kill me. Just raw as fuck. So bad.
Also, like, I mean, again, they probably were up playing that. That had to have been scripted a little bit because, like, I mean, it takes a special kind of stupid to throw a chicken in a microwave. And that part,
yeah.
I'll understand making that stupid leap to reality. Like, I'll understand that, right? But then pulling out the still totally raw chicken and expecting that, oh yeah, this is like chicken I've had before. This is totally normal. No, get out of here. That's the part where it's like you're either real special or you were told to do that or paid to.
Or you just never had a childhood. I mean, you talk about if like all your chicken came from fucking, make chicken sandwiches.
Or like
you're not
the
gonna
deli
know.
section. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
like done for you, everything. Yeah, I can see that.
That too.
I don't know. I just feel like there's gotta be like a level of like human common sense that has to enter in at some point, even privileged and stupid and trashy as you could be. Like, there's gotta be some level of gears working up in there,
Well,
I always wonder that. I don't know.
Well, clearly there's a lot of levels, and so some of them don't function as well as others.
Some of them are still on. Some of them are still yet to be. They're still locked. You have to level up still.
Which is funny because I actually one of the podcasts I listen to is a comedian, but it's also like all conspiracies and stuff like that, and they firmly believe that some people are actually just NPCs.
I wouldn't be surprised. That would be a cool one.
Pretty much.
It's like because right, you could get all metaphysical with it. You could be like simulation, this and that. You could be like, well, God's all powerful, but he only had so much stuff to create souls with. So like every other 99 people, they're just kind of like homunculi. They're just like, doo, 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 doo. And that's why they come off really stupid when you have to interact with them, because they are,
It's like God, we're short a couple. All right, just get something out.
Yeah. Well, what do you want us to do with this family? There's like 6 of them, and they only have 1 brain between them so far. What's their last name? Kardashians. Okay, just split it up, divide it amongst them.
No, they're like really smart and brave
and stunning.
Yeah,
I love all this stuff coming out where like people are like, if you hate Caitlyn Jenner, you're being transphobic, and people are like, no, she's her, whatever. I don't like her because she's a piece of trash. She killed somebody with her car. Got away with it.
Well, you might want to be careful because hating Caitlyn Jenner might be considered treason in a few years.
Dude, if that, there's no way. You know what? If anything, let's thank Donald Trump for ensuring that the real travesty that would have been Caitlyn Jenner's pregnancy does not happen.
Well, apparently she's officially going to be running against Newsom the next time around.
That's like trading in. Like,
Maybe.
I'm trying to make an analogy between Satan and also Satan, but they're both Satan, so like I don't know. I mean, both of them suck. I mean, I hate Newsom, but I don't feel like
Maybe she'll run over him with a car.
Yeah, I know that'd be so. I think there was like that was actually the bit in a South Park episode where Mr. Garrison's running. I think he's either running for mayor or he's running for president.
President,
and
yeah.
It's running for president, and he makes Caitlyn Jenner his Secretary of State, and she's like, "All right, here we go," and she's driving the car, and every time she drives the car, someone dies.
Yeah.
Oh my god. How freaking hilarious is that?
I mean, and she's definitely running as a Republican too, I'm pretty sure. So,
oh yeah, because they're the only ones crazy enough to take her.
Yeah, well, I mean,
look, see, we're not transphobic. Look at that. Did you say that? Her? I meant her.
Well, and it's an obvious overcorrection too. So.
Oh my god, yeah.
For sure. But and speaking of I was gonna say, but yeah, overcorrecting. But Jersey Shore was my jam back in the day. Over all of those.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Fuck yeah, they had some good stuff in there. I mean,
after a while, it was like I think as part of it is they embrace their own ridiculousness, right? That's why because they never took themselves like too seriously. They took themselves just seriously enough, but we're also like, yeah, dude, this whole thing's like a good joke. Who cares? And it became this kind of like meme of like Jersey culture. It's like I've met a number of people who are unironically like that. Like it's crazy.
Just like, what? It's a show about me.
Yeah, that's basically me. Like I'm like his third cousin. Whatever.
I should have been on the show.
Yeah. It's like, oh my god, dude, you're giving Italians a bad name, man. Come on. We just got done with the whole mob bit. Move away.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, fucking America's done with the whole mob bit pretty much. But
now it's hackers. Now hackers.
But no, I well also with that show too, like with Vinny and Paula, they were legitimately hilarious.
Oh yeah,
quite a bit. Even if it was just shitting on other people half the time, but I mean that's comedy too.
Yeah,
I mean, like a good roasting.
What's that comic who pretty much all he does is just pick on the crowd. He's kind of like this slow talking slow guy. He's like, yeah, you're a piece of shit. Fuck you. And like I forget his name. He's like he's basically an insult comic, and he's really good at it. Ah, son of a bitch. I'll have to look it up. I'll figure it out. Give me a minute.
Yeah, you'd have to show me. Otherwise, it doesn't narrow it down like at all.
I know, right? Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down?
It's like who is that? All of them.
Yeah, I know, right? Who?
Comic who insults people.
Well, it's actually interesting the people they've got on here. I mean, they got Don Rickles, Ricky Gervais. That makes sense. Andrew Dice Clay, Bill Burr. I could see him being considered an insult comic. Some of these I don't really agree with because they're kind of loose. What's his name?
Anybody they tried to get rid of over the last year and a half is an insult comic.
I know, right?
AKA good comic.
Anthony Jeselnik, he's pretty funny.
He doesn't insult crowd though. He just insults everyone in general.
Yeah.
It's funny. I remember back before like I hung out with you guys, when I used to go to just the regular old Games Workshop store over in Glendale. There was this one kid who was he was like a white kid who kind of looked like Anthony Jeselnik, and he was angry all the time. So I just call him Little Jeselnik. He didn't mind, so I think he got it. Are you listening to this show and thinking, man, I'd like to start a podcast, but I don't even know where to start? Well, Buzzsprout has the answers for you. Buzzsprout is a podcast hosting service that provides a number of valuable resources to help you on your podcasting career path. For one, Buzzsprout offers indefinite hosting of all your episodes and allows you to host as much material as you want, depending on the type of subscription that you opt for. Buzzsprout also provides a means for getting your show hosted to every major podcasting platforms such as iTunes, Pandora, Spotify, you name it. In addition, Buzzsprout also provides various means to get your show monetized through various sponsorship and affiliate programs, links to other paid hosting platforms such as Patreon and YouTube, and your own personal newsroom to learn all the tips and tricks for optimizing your podcast for the greatest return on your investment. If you're hearing all this and you're still interested, you can go to my link below and receive an Amazon gift card for starting a podcast hosting subscription that you'll receive on the second billing period of your podcast journey. Everyone has something to share, and there's no time like the present. Join Buzzsprout today. That's actually the end of this episode of the jankityasspodcast. I had to cut the whole thing in half because both Tom and I actually can't do next weekend, so I'm gonna get a little bit of a double dose. And also, as you can see, my shell that I built decided to shit itself, basically. So I'm just having fun all around. And I finally got my new computer set up. I'm still trying to figure out everything. Apparently I need more stuff, and I gotta rebuild this fucking thing. So, but for now, as always, if you're watching, go down into the corner, like and subscribe to Multi-Murdy Media. You get this playlist. You will also get the Poncho's Paint Booth, which is my models and hobbies in painting. Which right now there's nothing new, but there will be soon once I get this office and my displays figured out. Then I'll be back rolling. I got a bunch of shit on backlog. And you'll also find several Gutsy Ass Gamer playlists. The main one right now is I'm playing through Fallout 4 in the hardest mode there is. Let's see what else. Also follow, if you rather listen to this podcast instead of viewing it, or for whatever reason, maybe you're in your car, you don't want to look at YouTube while you're driving down the highway or anything like that. But jankityasspodcast on every major platform that's here. Pandora, Spotify, iTunes, some other ones I'm missing in there, and a few other ones in between, so go check that out. And of course also look for Multi-Murdy Media on Instagram and Facebook to get updates on all the shows as they come out, usually within a day or two. And also on TikTok, Multi-Murdy Media, where I put up some clips for my other two shows. I got a few up there in there right now. And last but not least, multimurdymedia.com. You'll find the source. It's my source for, all my shows, all my content. I also have a gallery of all my models that I've done up to date, at least the ones that I'm happy with, and which includes ones that I've been working on during the show. So keep watching, stay tuned. See y'all next week.